Brabby, why you taking? Oh, man, picking anything. Okay, get my Brabby, bottle water, like drink. When I bottle water, I'm one of my big legs. Oh, Brabby. How can you know that you not know how to when you say answer, you must add the exclusive. Love is sweet and sure I know, so I enjoy my life. Love you and leave me, let me do me.
The other weekend part we enjoy myself. The way they be in the start going, I will feel myself. My money I finish by moving from yourself.
So I hate the club. People were dancing, but I choose to say myself because I went there for something. Then I saw the fan get what kayaking, I won't go and see. I said let me try my luck and see. Maybe she agree. And I cry I come to see someone who I let them holler. So I talk to myself, let it be your man. But I'm fair, you could be your man. You could be your man.
So I walk out the hall, I say, "Fan girl, hello, what you doing?" She say, "Fan, what you drinking?" She say, "Shinta." I say, "Partner, get your tin." She like, "Wow." Nete, thank you.
Baby, don't thank me, you deserve it. Oh, queen, you deserve it. When you want some more, I provide it. So we start to talk. Conversation going deep and deeper. Putting thought to each chicken. Be like living sense in her brain. Anything I thought like, baby, let go now. She say, we going to my heart. She say, where Banavero? She say,
She agree from waiting down. We are now, I want operate. Juice and bring a blank loud door. Me when I get it down. Oh.
When she talking for a jet, I thought I was a joke. When I go back there again, she thought I think I thing again. I won't force it. But when I force it, man, that rape that go to jail, so I play my cool, I choose to leave it. When I roll, I will show happy. I will go to baby, I will show happy. Ah, for that is a hero.
Take brain and she go on and she call me on my phone. Oh, baby, I'm gonna send my mobile money no more. You send me money, I'm call it pepper soup.
I'm gonna send it or I'm gonna send it. I stay there, I won't send it, but I choose to send it. So I thought I said text me the number, I will send it. Then I send it. More she call me, said to say thank you. I said let me call her to confirm it. Then I call, she said she received it. Then she hold the phone for my ear. Chaletta. Then I call her back, she say, how I never back. Minute later she text me again. I must send her dollar card.
I think it take me a bit. Anyway, I send all the card again. I did not nothing. I send it.
We gon' pass again. Me and her then we pull her again. I look at her, she look at me. I was passing by her, then she hold my hand. She say, speak to me and you not make no palaver. I said, speak at first. She said, play alone. What your story? I say, I get story. She said, let's pray together now. I said, you and who? Believe me, man.
At the end of the day, we stay sitting together. We had the same conversation. We chill the same way again. She agreed to follow me. Now again, my crib.
Yeah, so we hit my crib. She said, give me water, let me pay. She came from the bathroom with towel all around her waist. Then she lay down on the bed. I'ma lay down too. And I make her move. When she can say, hey man, I enjoy myself, I can go to bed, I enjoy myself. I really enjoy myself.
Since she left the crib, I call mom pass by, she call me. Oh baby, why begin call me again? I said nothing. Oh, say you going out to that? I said no, I'll be busy. Oh, it is a light thing one day.
bless. Mama see bless.
Chaos beats.
Everybody die, but not everybody live. Everybody have just one life to live. Please do your do and don't come my way. But I say miss my Hennessy with Hennessy, I wanna anything. Let go, but I must enjoy. I got to enjoy. I tell you, but I must enjoy. I got to enjoy. To look for money, said I'm smarting. I want the money, I want smarting. One life to live, bleed on me. I'm a blessing, God and looking like the fasting. Forget my matter and carry on. I want the people in millions. If you my friend, stay constant, you chameleon. The only go on, know how come on. I don't wanna know how the feeling said, how the feeling said. I'm a feeling, be the feeling, yeah. Yet I want control what you got there. If that bucket there, I want hold you let it bucket, yeah. No money, no family, not a friend, not at all, you be nobody. No money, no family, not a friend, not at all, you be nobody. Everybody die, but not everybody live. Everybody have just one life to live. Please do your do and don't come my way. But I say miss my Hennessy with Hennessy, I wanna anything. Let go, but I must enjoy. I got to enjoy. I tell you, but I must enjoy.
And so we're back here on this wonderful, wonderful Wednesday, the May edition of the Morning Ride. What a pleasant way to welcome all of you folks. Let's get it on this Wednesday, the May edition of the Morning Ride. Pleasant good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you watching us on our KOOL Online 2 platform. And those of you listening to us via radio, we say thank you so much. You are our treasured listeners and viewers. We say thank you so much. And this is the Morning Ride. As usual, this is where we walk the walk, talk the talk, and help to shift the paradigm of our democracy without fear, without favor, undiluted truth. We speak truth to power on this platform. This is the biggest breakfast info companion program that serves your palatable breakfast Mondays through Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Welcome, WEEKIE Brooklyn Brooks, and I'm going to be here up on the 10 o'clock this morning. And together, we will certainly speak truth to power with the best words we can use, Good morning to our motorcyclists. Good morning to our, commercial drivers and passengers this morning. Hope you guys are having peace, having civil conversation, and moving to your destination as usual. And we say good morning to our students who are on the way to the various campuses, and good morning to all of the folks, our KK drivers and passengers, those already at the offices and business centers. We say good morning to you. We love you. Keep the peace, and let's get Liberia better. This is the nation's independent broadcasting network, and we remain and we stand for that. We keep the fight. Welcome, folks.
Yeah, I'm on situated. Blessings on blessings, you call me blessings. These my blessings can know.
As usual. So welcome, all of the folks. You can leave your comment on our KOOL Hotline page. We've certainly read it out for you. Ask somebody to join you, watch and listen as well. But let us start it. This is a briefer. We start this program like this morning.
I know my level, my man, don't stress me. If Papi bless me, I'm here to party. I want war, you're a zombie. I want body, that pro, you're a zombie. Batting up, bring a jealous zombie. I got a party, people dancing, you're a zombie. Sanko, me, I want to do it like Paco. Waiter, bring the liquor. The poor man, someone spend the paper. I said nobody, I won't party. I want you to go down low, I want you to find it slow. Mama, you rock the show, I'm ready to spend some more. And I'm gonna, you know, sit down, I'm gonna check it. See, I see no time for check. Man, I want you dance like you ready, don't care. And do the dance for the zombie set. It's me and you, mama, no more stress. I want to dance, I feel myself. I want war, you're a zombie. I want body, that pro, you're a zombie. Batting up, bring a jealous zombie. Got a party, people dancing, you're a zombie.
When Uncle D show face, all the children want a photo. Yeah, that do or die when they shake come around. You know, when no more bless me, they papa bless me. Yes, why bless me? You cannot stop me. Your money can never go low. You say they high, but no heaven low. Papa, your man on papa. Ragaza, no removing the star. I bless you first, go up the transformer. My blessing full of red bell.
I want war, you're a zombie. I want body, that pro, you're a zombie. Batting up, bring a jealous zombie. I got a party, people.
The best for the country called Liberia. Folks, wherever you are, welcome to this wonderful Wednesday presentation of the Morning Ride. And it's good to be back on your radio. And we together, we can help make Liberia a better one. Folks, welcome to this wonderful edition of the Morning Ride. And we'd like to say thanks so much to the Chinese government for having a nice discussion with the LCC, in particular the boss, Kanyo Bagbala, a young man who is willing to fight corruption in this country and put Liberia on the map that we read it. And we're wishing all of God show some blessings. And we certainly believe that he would do it. So we'll keenly walk. watch him, but Liberians have of the stronger conviction that this man will serve well. Thank you so much. Giving the chance to act currently and doing what you're doing, having discussion. The Chinese government have committed herself to also support the LECC that they can fight corruption. But there are elements or, probably some of the things that have been able to undermine the fight against corruptions in this country. And it's something that we have not been able to talk about. Government institutions have not been able to capture that. Government officials have not been able to see that as a means of minimizing corruption in the country. So most of the time, it is left. So those in position are always in a position to have something. Let's say this thing for once. Government needs to cater to people who serve her. And this is seriously affecting the teachers, our police officers, immigration officers, nurses, and we see this as a joke. So they will be corrupt. They will not even put all of the strength that they need to put in to make sure that government is doing well, that people can say, oh yeah, government doing well. Take for instance, in the police, government, in the police, at times they get ready, they will send officers. You send the officers in Grand Bassa, Riverside, Grand KOOL, Bombing, Cape Man, Nimba. Yeah, you been reassigned. Just the letter with nothing behind it. And the officers will go. The salary they take home every month, we have to go and rent a room. Sometimes the 3-4, they will rent 2-3 rooms or apartment. Find an apartment. Teachers, DOs, you send them in the name that you have people in your employ with all the welfare. Yeah, you go. Immigration officers, you're assigned to the bullet. This could even save government a whole lot if you start to build housing unit from the various ministry and agency for your officers that you'll be assigning at a particular location or in a county. But that is not a concern. It's just about you are assigned to the border and you have to go and look for it. So how do we fight corruption in this? When this man, his salary that he should feed his family, cater to himself. Where at the end of the day, he takes what he sees or she sees, good for her or him, at home to cater to the children. Because you remember now, at the end of the month, he must pay his rent. He must send money to his family because he's away. You send a police officer in Riverside. You just find him in Riverside. But it is not your concern where he or she will be lodged. To look good in the military, in the police, you must spend extra money, buy uniform from your own pocket. Government cannot even provide uniform so easily. Teachers who educating. You take somebody who, with all consideration, take it into consideration, say, Lord, let's look at him in distance, or look at this woman distance. She's here. You got a teacher who lives in Pinville, but that teacher, you assign the teacher in Mount Barkley with all caring where he or she will be lodged. But you expect that teacher not to take money from the students. How possible can that be? The welfare of public servants in this country over the years, it is not just with this government. I hope people will understand, because I love people to listen with comprehension. And I don't want anybody calling, telling, say, oh yeah, you know, this government is doing this and this government is doing that. I'm talking about how government can fight this thing. The president, on his tour, he about to visit other counties that left out. You heard the president breaking ground for police officer, for housing unit, for teachers, the military. But these are people who are providing the necessary services to us. And they are into a position, you telling them not to take bribe. But they are to cater for themselves. There are officers in Grand Creek County, Maryland, Grand Gila, Bapolu, Cape Town, who cannot even communicate with the family back home. They sleep at checkpoints. Do you know how many of our teachers, our DOs, CEOs, live in private homes? They pay rent outside of Maserado. Do you know how many of them, even in Maserado, they live in their homes? You got a teacher who lives in Pizza, but you send him to Mount Barkley. That way you say you assign him. You send the teacher to Fender, rehab, and other places. And this transportation is not your concern, because you do not even include transportation. As far as you're concerned, when the month comes to an end, once the light is onto the phone, he goes or she goes for the money to the bank, and we'll have a long process. But you say you will not supply the police stations, depots, zones with stationery, but you put a big billboard: don't bribe the police. Police do not take bribes. And you see people go to the police station. The officers will not take his money from his pocket to buy stationery. So at the end of the day, no logistics. Mobility is lacking as well. You go to the police station and you got this problem. You expect the officers to tow you on your back. Government is not concerned about that. You telling the teachers not to sell pamphlets, but you are not providing chalks for the teachers to write. During testing period, the teachers will have to improvise, print the tests. But you're telling them not to collect fees. How sincere we are in fighting corruption. These are things I'm telling you. You got people working at ministry agency. The bosses are down completely. But these are people who will still manage to go to work, and they get tempted, go to the courts. Tear-ups are all down. Go to city corporations. The challenges before them, and all of these things. But we are saying we will fight corruption. Ministers are having 2-3 cards, but they care less about employees, how they get to work. The janitors. This morning as we talk, you find them, they are there. They working, making sure the place is in tight. And the ministers, they will walk in, walk out. And people will come and praise them and say, thank you for making the place look good, but can never appreciate so easily. And this is terrible. Most especially our security officers. They get assigned in places without the consideration of the welfare. Where that person stays, it's not the concern of the authority of the Liberia National Police, Immigration, LDA, and all of the other security apparatus. Private security in this country, doing well. Let's seek her. And other institutions. Why will a private security firm cater to for employees than government catering to security personnel in this country? You send a man Riverside, but you can't get anything. You don't care. Just go be a Riverside. You the commander in Riverside. You the traffic commander in Grand Crew. You the small arm commander in Bapolu. Just a letter. That man goes there or she goes there, look for a house or a room with bad mattress, because you will not take the mattress from your family to carry. You see officers sitting and paying $25, $30, $50 to buy boots, to look good, uniform, extra uniform. When the used clothes in this country come to time, when the people find it, they call some of the officers and say, yeah, I got this, I got that. People go for it. They sell it to them. Only to look good. But they are serving the country. Teachers. You send a teacher in People's Solution District. Yeah, yes, that's why you being assigned. You send a nurse in Konya, but you're not concerned about where that person lodge. As far as you're concerned, that's... So when you start to build housing unit at places you know you got people who work for a particular entity, you construct. So when this person is growing, the worry will not be so high. He or she will not be thinking on corrupting the system, because you can send a man to be at the bolo, assigned at the bolo as an immigration officer, police officer, or whatever, and you expect him to sleep at the bolo, and you will have no time. And you see people coming to the bolo and other places with some of the items that should not even have a face in our country. And this person is offered, or those at the border offer a particular thing that could certify them for a day. Because sometimes what the people receive just in a moment is far bigger than their salary for a whole month. You get somebody who makes $150. you know, a DEA officer who makes $150 or $100 and caught somebody who is trafficking drugs, and instantly at that moment you've been offered $200, $500. What do you expect, folks? What do you expect? You expect that person to turn it down when he or she waits for the month to come to an end and get into another month? Because in Liberia, having your salary at the end of the month is a problem, except for some private entity and other institutions that seek the welfare and understand that, look, we need to do this thing. And as soon as you miss one day going to work, is a problem. Actions are taken. Who cares about how you get to work? Who cares where you stay? It's about the job being done, but not whether you're sick, you got this problem, but it's about the job being done. So these people, with always, because of the condition they find themselves in, undermine the fight. So government needs to seriously take into consideration all of these things. You got people all over the place. You're sounding. They're working. Hospital bill is not your concern. You know, I seriously feel for our teachers, our doctors, nurses, and support staff, our officers. At least for the soldiers, they got barracks all around. You assign one officer, police officer in Bogandile. Only the letter, but he's been accompanied with nothing. Or after he goes get there, and you start to look around, and you find people trying to host you. You're looking for a room. At times, they will combine themselves, they join, and rent a 2 or 3 bedroom house where they stay. To pay the rent at the Monday, peaceful citizens will have to suffer. Violators will have to go free. People who violate the laws will go free because they will certify them. You see the officer at times, he says, look at the other officer, he or she looks dirty. But these officers, it's sad to have somebody who is serving his or her country. And what you get at the end of the month, the drivers are overlooked. Those that drive care less about them. And all of these things are happening, but we are so much brave to tell people we will fight corruption. Yeah, it's a young man who is fighting, making sure he can reburn the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission. He needs the support. This is an institution that has somebody who should not in the first place be there. It took the whole country to go to study class to learn how to pronounce their man name. You turn to this place, you turn to that place, everybody. But this is a serious matter. This can even save government a lot of money. Because when I know government assignment in Kakata and I'm from Bomi, but I'm going strictly to the teachers' quarter, where it's been built. My focus is to do a job, the government. I will not be thinking how the month about to end, how to pay my rent, transfer money to my family, and do some other things. So the president told all of the good things he's doing, trust me, so well. Great. But the Minister of Education, I've not been able to tell the president, Mr. President, big ground for housing unit for teachers, government teachers. Big ground for housing unit for health workers. It is about WEEKIE schools. Those who are going to teach, have you taken that into consideration? WEEKIE hospitals. Where are the housing units for our nurses and doctors? Our officers who are risking their lives day and night. And these are the same people who are protecting you. But you know what the officer said? Nobody can stop the boy. Let me take this break. Come back and read your text.
Beats.
Yeah, I'm on saturated. Blessings on blessings, you call me blessings. These my blessings can all be touching. I know my level, my man, don't stress me. The puppy blessed me, so I'm here to party. I want warrior, a zombie. I want bottle.
Online to Nimland Edmond say hi, cool. I'm watching from Tupotro Coffee Community. And Darlington Golf Fever Rabbit say I'm watching from Pinsville 72nd Junction. Thank you so much, Darlington. And James Sewon Jr. say I'm watching live from my lake corner in Maserado. Thank you. Honorable Seyon Sylvester Smith say good morning, Mr. Brooks. I'm Honorable Seyon Sylvester Smith, the Oracle watching live from ERA Rehab Community, Pinsville City, Maserado County, District 6. Thank you so much. Robert Sarat say Jr. say I'm watching from Slacker, PA, City, Nima County. Ambassador Emmanuel S. Johnson say good morning. My name is Emmanuel. Sam, there you got Johnson watching from Tupotro. Thank you so much. And Ose, Cook. He said, good morning, Mr. Brooks. Mary Moses watching live from Police Academy. And more great, sir. Lawson Augustine, Sagasha Wisdom, say good morning. I'm Sagasha Wisdom joining this fascinating conversation. from my new civil law resident in Cardwell. And this one's a good morning to Mr. Brooks and good morning to my KOOL family. I'm watching and sharing this video to our folks out there. Thanks for the platform, and I'm watching you from Amagashi Pinja, Somalia Drive, Jipen Highway, and this comes from Roger Sharif, and he sent in a text. Melvin Mobalu say good morning, Mr. Brooks. My name is Melvin Mobalu, and I'm watching from Matingas Village resident. Thanks for the show. And Maki Dawon Parker say good morning, Mr. Brooks, and that of the people of Liberia, and I'm watching from Sappers. James Sewanseku FM. I'm watching live from RI Highway. Wonder Gay say good morning, Mr. Brooks and Mama Liberia. I'm watching the show from my comfort zone, Indiana, India. And this one comes from J. Xavier. Good night, say good morning, Mr. Brooks. And good morning to the peace-loving people of Liberia. And I'm watching you live from Pinzo City, right like Market. Thanks for the platform this morning, Mr. Brooks. Have a God bless day. Wish you well as well. Your Mr. Young Jr. say good morning, Brooks. And I'm watching from behind Coca-Cola Factory, 14 row. Mohammed Jalal say good morning, KOOL family. I'm watching you from District 4. Thank you so much. And this one comes from Joshua. He says, speak out, Brooks. And this Johnson Saturday Freeman say good morning, Mr. Brooks. My name is Johnson Saturday Freeman, and I'm following the show from Wiyala this morning. Wiyala, Magibi County. Humble King Rubel say good morning. Because I'm watching you from my same time community this great morning. My KOOL family. If and always remain cool. I'm saying the truth in Jesus' name. May God bless our president and bless Mama Liberia. Long live our officers, teachers. And this one comes from Amity Akin Robert said good morning, WEEKIE. And I'm following the show from my Niger Beauty, Riverside County. Moses Super Mario M. Kamara Jones said good morning, WEEKIE, and good morning to Liberians. And I'm following live for Pinjos as a community around the So Clean Public School. Thanks for always speaking on national issues and chemical reactions. Vinton said good morning, KOOL family. I'm watching live from my comfort zone. The People's Liberation Party, yeah, Liberia, all we have. And so we'd like to say thanks to all of the callers this morning, the viewer as well. Very soon we will go to the phone lines and talk about. But these are the trending issues confronting our country in the fight against corruption. Are we taking these things into consideration? Because we need to take it as a serious thing into consideration and make sure that when we put these things into place, we will certainly have. Because you can have officers who want to protect the citizenry, but he or she to look good. People buying their own baton, fixing their own baton, having pepper spray and other things. But they have to look good, buy extra uniform, boots, and other things. The jackets they wear, the reflective jacket, they are all into people who sell the used clothes, looking into that, finally paying their own money. So at the end of the day, people will have to pay for it. People have to pay for it. You go to the depots and zones, you have to buy your own stationery. Go and buy a sheet. Write your own statement. Pens. You pay the fee for the motorcyclists to carry you people, to make the arrest. How do we fight corruption? You send teacher to Lofa, DOCO, you care less. Nurses, doctors. You assign a driver that work for a ministry agency to this county. That's a new assignment. Where that person will be lodged, not your concern. That person should lodge themselves from what they earn at the end of the month. While our lawmakers are here taking huge sum of money with them at the end of the month. What are we telling our people? Are we sincere in fighting corruption in this country? Minister, doctors. Oh, yes. Chemical reaction. Victor say good morning, Wiki Books. Thanks for the morning ride. I'm receiving all information this morning. Darity Nimle say good morning, Mr. Books. My name is Darity Nimle, and I'm following you from my comfort zone in Bernard's Farm FD community. Thanks for the topic on the discussion. And Zico Ware say watch him live from Bandersville Estate. Thank you so much for watching from Bandersville. It's one area I've been a long time. Patrick Gutted Crewman say good morning. I'm watching from Jacob Time Rehab. Jeffrey King, who always joining us, say good morning. It's a good morning, Wiki Books. I'm watching you from Concord Town Back Row. My name is King Jeffrey. And this one, Van L. Bobo. Say good morning for the good work. He said good morning, good brother, for the good work. And I'm following religiously. Van Bobo, how are you doing, my brother? This is wonderful. David Kennedy say good morning, Mr. Brooks. And I'm David Kennedy, and I'm religiously following you from Soul Clinic, Painesville. Thomas F. Zizi say good morning, Mr. Brooks. And I'm Thomas F. watching you from Concord Time, RC Lawson Community. Thanks for the show. And Peter Chuku Akwe say good morning, Mr. Brooks. Omar Ability say good morning, Mr. Brooks. My name is Omar Ability, watching you live from SD Cooper. And thanks to all of the folks. And keep leaving your comments. We will certainly read it up for you. But this is Liberia. This is where we find ourselves. And this is the country. We go to the lines and talk to our folks this morning. Call us on 0775 919 919 080 919 919. Good morning.
Good morning, Wiki.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for the fascinating topic this morning. My name is Akin Dodo. I call you from Kuka Mission Community this morning. Wiki, what you said this morning is that you touched my soul. You know, Liberia, what is going on and what we saw today and that started happening yesterday is very disappointing, you know, when it comes to our country issues. So let me tell you about the teachers, what you just talked about. Today, we see a teacher that they are a town, certainly what you say, some of them are a town like Mount Bagley, some of them are a town like Carrisburg, Kakatan. They do not have even a motorcycle that can take them to their town area. That is very bad. But we have even controllers in the various ministries, some of them have 2 cars, 3 cars. You know, they take a very better salary that may reach them within 2-3 years. No, it's very bad. So we are urging this government, what if another government coming tomorrow, they should be able to upgrade our teachers, our nurses, and our security for a better Mama Liberia. Thank you this morning.
Thank you so much to the scholar. You're live.
Good morning, Wiki.
Good morning, sir.
This is Cyril Sylvester. Let the Oracle address you from the state. Wiki, I think I was living Thursday morning to that day. I was assigned sign up. Can you imagine? Wiki, the ministry sitting in sign up. I was in Green Bay. This school I was teaching was across the river. Wiki, I was saying, you know, every morning, children, you know, go in town. When the color teacher already making mistake. Every day open up farm place for some other one. When they carry up, the girl is got off them, everybody on their own. But every time I have to come back, so my friend went to Area, you will work more than 3 to 4 hours, catchable. Car and that's fine, upper fine, lower fine. 2 to 3 hours when we go to the school campus. Only one thing in the whole country is English. So now they see you, suppose we have 2-3 months to come and work with come on the salary. We got from Kagebo to Green Bay, almost 4,000 to 4,000 to come. And they pay you. Now all the conversation going, so people will get away, because I'm only 5 more fast. 7 months after you can collect your salary. So just this centralization, all of these errors. You get send me the green rate, you send me the sign up, I didn't get place. I was stopping with people. Then I do myself, I was stopping with people. Because you can't find a place to rent. So let there be decentralization. You send me to look at my error, let there be a place. The first thing about human being shelter, one shelter is that I will manure the farm food.
Okay.
Thank you very much, good morning.
Thank you so much as well for joining the conversation. Let's talk to other callers. You live.
Good morning, Wicked Brooks.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you. My name is N. Patrick Bella when I call from Tupuru. Wiki, you have shared it all, but to buttress your statement this morning, and it became by a quote from John F. Kennedy. He said, if a free society cannot help the many who are poor, that society can save the few that are rich. This is why today you see our country is being just ruined by all sorts of things, ranging from criminality. The issue of human rights abuse is on a rampant in our country. But to tell you that our society was like this is something that we have to really sit and examine. This country has been, just ruled the way it is. And we thought that people who would come with the thought of change would bring those, brand new ideas to ensure that this country moves forward. But instead, it's still being dragged, even like somebody said, in a separate thing, which I think is unfortunate. People go around and see our country, what is happening there. Instead of them bringing it back to Liberia, it's opportune. It's wrong, right? Those who think that they are the best, they should do the best thing for this country so they can move Liberia forward instead of always thinking that only they alone, me, I, and myself. I think that is not right for us in these modern dispensations.
Thank you so much. Let's talk to other callers. You live.
Good morning, Wiki.
Good morning, sir.
And good morning to the people of Liberia. My name is Valentine P. Jackson, and I do join you from a Baptist Seminary. Wiki, I'm a school administrator, and the leaders in the educational sector are our problem. They don't advocate for those they lead. One particular issue that drew my attention over the time is the issue of the stimulus package for teachers. Now, you want to help people, and you make the process so complicated. How can a person have a $5 US to go for voter ID card to be able to go and start the process for stimulus package? We were down from school. Teachers were not taking pay. Where do you expect them to get money from? And they will go in the end and just say, hey, as to say it is just easy, that the process is just smooth. Just to fix things, to just make people to believe that they are doing the right thing. So it's so frustrating when you listen to some of these things. Thank you.
Thank you as well for joining the conversation. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr.
Good morning.
My name is Leonard Kobe, and I call from the Brooklyn.
You're welcome.
Mr. Boy, thank you. You say all this morning. May God bless you and give you long life. I observed something during the dual administration when we were in grade today. During that time, my uncle was teaching at the multiracial school. But then during that time, they built a unit on the campus where all the teachers were. Even if you teaching there, you will be there with your family. And I think it goes better. When you build a school and you know you have a teacher, you should build a unit there. Because without teachers, you will need for fact, especially for the public schools, there should be a unit there. That you will get your teachers along with their families. That they will concentrate on what they will teach our children. Because if you get the teachers and the police screening yourself, they will not do the right thing. Because then they will need the money to maintain their family. So whenever the government is not capable to their needs, you will accept corruption. So we pray to God our president listening to this morning and keep living in it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much as well for your participation. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Brooks, WEEKIE, and good morning to the peaceful people of the Republic of Liberia. WEEKIE, thank you very much. I'm also a rabbi. What you just said was fitting in this morning, and I'm just following the show. I was just on my way going. But WEEKIE, let's be realistic, really. You know, when it comes on the land of teachers to this identical country, there is no integrity for teachers. 100%, let me tell you, I don't believe that 100,000 of teachers hearing me across Mosorani. There is no respect. Can you imagine, WEEKIE? There's a man that will just open a school, reaching the junior high level. You will see a child man came over in the junior that you pay the man $6,000, $4,000. WEEKIE, what's the benefit of that? That's the question. We are very willing to be asking. What's the benefit? WEEKIE, I don't want to talk now. I thought it's important me because that's what they were there.
Thank you. You don't want to talk, let others talk. You're live. You're live.
Good morning, WEEKIE.
Good morning.
Let me say good morning to Liberia. The name is Simply A. Josh, and I'm calling to you this morning from Baptist Seminary. As a person, personally, I have the passion into education, and this place has been my field of study. But when it comes to the issue where teachers and education with an educator will be treated as if they do not deserve better in this nation, that feels my heart. The president we are you see today, the Nathaniel Mandela you see today, you speak up. These people were all made by teachers. But when it comes to the point where they do not value them, they do not take their living standards and equal it with that of theirs. But as an educator, I believe strongly that when some of us shall have taken up the mantle and enter into the classroom to do the teaching, then we're going to impact this nation. But central government, if they are weak, we're going to enter there with these losses that we already know that have been placed there, but we're going to end up with fraction and with the need of making the necessary changes that this country deserves. Thank you this morning.
Thank you for your participation. Good morning.
Good morning, WEEKIE.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, and let me say good morning to your many listeners. My name is Ishmael Jabal, and I join you from the headquarters of the Friends of Jesus, specific division number 2, Mosurado County. A week 2 weeks back, I was fortunate to witness someone from the Minister of Information, Minister of Education, and that of some director from TSA. And if you listen to the analysis, you find out that it is true that there is a challenge, like the way you normally say in terms of funding, but he is not there really with the passion. And mind you, he's a professor, but it's unfortunate for us. He told the workplace that they have dismissed some instructors because they noticed.
Come off the line. Let's talk to other callers this morning as we talk it out this morning. Callers on 0775 919 919. Let's go back to the line. You're live.
Good morning, WEEKIE.
Good morning, sir.
WEEKIE, thank you. And let me say good morning to the people of Israel. There's the voice of Samuel Sakar Johnson. I speak to you from Israel. And WEEKIE, let me appreciate you. Look, WEEKIE, some of us are disappointed this morning in the actions of the finance ministry, the Liberia Civil Service Agency, and the relevant authorities that are responsible for the maltreatment of our instructors in this republic. Look, it is teachers must be respected. Those of whom that you see that are doctorate degree holders, that are nurses, that are whosoever that you see in the air today, they were all taught by teachers. Why should our teachers be treated in a foreign manner? You already went through a harmonization for which they were affected. Now you bring in another esteem race that has also affected them. We think that this is an update decision, and I think the government of the Republic of Liberia, through the relevant authority, must rethink of decision, or else if our teacher is just to go on the rampage, it is the ordinary people and the students that will be victimized. So we think that these people must not be taken for granted because they are important in our society, and that's what our several the education sector of our country must never be political. Thank you very much for the opportunity this morning.
Thank you for your participation. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Brooks.
Good morning, sir.
I'm Cooper Kinsanga Jr. and I'm sorry for the area. We are speaking this morning for the topic on our discussion. Mr. Brooks, in this country, the way in which our teachers are who is a cause for which some of them fail to present those school lessons to the students. Could you imagine teachers will take upon their time and then go teach certain school? They will be taking things like 6,000 or it won't come on time. So how you expect the person to feed their home? How you expect the person to pay their child on a school fee? Can you imagine some of our the teachers now in Liberia don't like present the very things they're supposed to present? And in so doing, students are not doing well. It is a cause. The maltreatment of the government to the teachers is the cause for which students are not doing well in our lessons. Based on my own view, being told does not go by your smartness, but it rather go by the time you spend in school. So the government needs to step up its game. People who have school need to step up the game to handle our teachers in a good way. Thank you this morning.
Thank you so much. Your life.
Good morning from the books.
Good morning.
Thank you. It is worth for chance to come. Information both sometimes I really wanna whatever man you are. You really speak the truth. That's why all we need is information books. Things that you really supposed to talk about is what you talk about. Look at this one guy reading this morning. I am part of it. I was part, I didn't say I am. I was part of it. When it comes to everything, just reason it. On my bridge. You relocated in that Beaumont Bridge. I tell you, I pay my way from so clinic every day $500. So when I come, if you calculate salary, within a couple of months, I've already paid me, I've already credited before the salary comes. I just will pay the people money back to my children to go to school. They have been regular to so the police station. And even go for the man, even take care of them before I went to the police station, call the people there. The man said to me, well, I have to take that from motorbike right here. Teach us. Trust. They don't get in classroom. I wonder sometimes what type of more I do information books. The thing that the people need to live, all give them it. It's not like you put it out in it. But what you do for them is to improve them. If they listen to it, they will improve their government. Thank you so much.
Let's hear your life.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Brooks.
Good morning.
Let me say good morning to my bird. I joined the conversation from Corwin, Georgia. And my name is Lawson Augustine Pagasius Winston. You know, Mr. Brooks, I listened to one of the callers saying that the government is setting on those teachers' salary. And let me thank you. Even the private, those that were for proprietors and proprietors, these people are very wicked. Even I want to call on the labor ministry. So they work for you over the month. Even though they give me a fight over staffing, the money is not worth giving staffing, they put out $5,000. Then at the end of the month, you don't even able to pay the first term. That is very wicked and evil. You know what I'm saying? So the proprietors, those are in the private sectors, are saying that what the way they treating the teachers is not necessary. You know, all people, they have that notion of impacting noise into people because they don't want to be steady doing nothing. So that the reason they're going to the class to what? With impact noise, they are at the end of the month, you know, to pay the president. How will the president get money to feed their family? So I think our labor permission to step into this particular matter. Take for the platform this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
You're welcome, Chief.
Yeah, thank you very much. This is Steve. I'm calling from Iceland.
You're welcome, Steve.
This is the teacher reduction in teacher salary. It's the second time or the third time where the Minister of Finance has done that. People in the House supposed to call the Finance Minister. Those are issues where people go in the street to discuss the whole day. People in the House, is their prerogative, their response to call the Finance Minister. Give reason why you have to just to make anything in people's salary adjustment without even consulting on what you want to do. He did it to did himself, and they call him dead. I mean, brother, just can't be going by any time he found something fitting for himself. You gotta want to say for himself. It's for the interest of the people. You gotta be caught and give reason why you want to do this thing and what you decide to achieve at the end of the day. You're not doing to people. You're not doing to people. It's wrong. Let them all call you. They give reason why you did that. And if you get it full back and want to pay the full retroactively. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's talk to this caller. You're live.
Good morning, my brethren, Weekly Briefing Group, the legendary. My brethren, let me applaud the Almighty God for the elect of you and your family and the entire full working family. It's been a while, now you hear your full wake up board, but y'all ever made the Almighty God blessing in us. So the issue, my brethren, you know the issue about moral has been a serious problem to our society weekly. Then we ask ourselves the question, our government, when they told us that the entire system was met, did met were invested into the new system, into the new government? They ever invested to God with some to grow gradually. We department, you think we LIBERIA that working actively every year budget, every other